Hello everyone. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mr. Wanderer back with another live stream. If you have watched the film Beetlejuice recently, you probably have seen the original one, which is Beetlejuice. So, if you haven't, then you should definitely watch it. So I just finished watching the sequel, Beetlejuice, and I I was not as disappointed uh, as I thought I would be. Maybe because I had really low expectations, uh, but yeah, I mean, they made a decent effort in trying to uh, pay tribute in a way to the original film, um, but somehow it just didn't work, because the script or the story did not have that strength. It felt like, you know they were just popping up ideas, and it was uh, just being rushed. And yeah, so um, if you are not aware of the story, I think, because I've talked about near death experiences and spirits, I thought that it would be interesting to mention this film. Now, what happens is, in the original, as we see that there's a girl, Lydia, who lives in a home with her uh, father, who's getting married to someone, and she's this 17-year-old girl who's uh, an introvert, and she discovers that there are spirits living in her house, and one of them is a demon called Beetlejuice, and this weird character, he is haunting them. So she discovers that she also has a gift, and this way she is able to find a purpose in her life. Now, what happens is these spirits are trying to drive them away, because they have been inhabiting the house for a really long time. And so, yeah, so the story revolves around that. And and the thing that was amazing about Beetlejuice was that it was released in uh, the late 80s, probably 87, 88, and it was something that was perfect for that time, because it had that 80s feeling. At the same time, it was also entering 90s, like, so the special effects made it look so modern. At the same time, they were using something like, they were using like stand animation or something, with they had different creatures crawling, and all those creepy stuff. They were doing it with their manually, basically, and that was, I think, the main that was the main highlight of the film, how they managed to do all those things at that time, because it was rare to see a film like that. And again, the story was original and everything was perfect. um, and I feel that if the film was released today, it would not have worked. For some reason, I feel that some movies belong in a certain era, and this sequel is probably an example of that. I mean, of course, it's a sequel that that is quite mediocre, uh, because a person who has seen the original will obviously he will appreciate the references and everything, but as a person who watches films will understand that you know uh, there was nothing special in this film. Of course, cinema has become business, unfortunately, and there have been many sequels that just didn't work. Uh, so yeah, the thing about the idea uh, is quite interesting. I like the concept uh, of uh, the original Beetlejuice, and it was a bit of cliche, having that Winona Ryder's character. She has a child now, and I mean, obviously, after like 25 years or so, uh, this is the kind of movie we could have expected. Um, but um, but yeah, since I like the fact that there are spirits and demons living in their house, and uh, it was interesting to see Monica Bellucci playing the soul sucking demon or whatever. She is his bride, and taking a revenge and stuff. uh, yeah, it was slightly amusing, but but as a film, I would just give it 5 out of 10, because yeah, I mean, five for the special effects and the set, and Michael Keaton. He was the main guy who, because the rest just felt like they were thrown in the film for the heck of it, you know because they needed those faces and sell the film. uh, so yeah, but the only person who made it work was Michael Keaton, who played Beetlejuice. It was a treat to watch him. Of course, the look, everything has changed a bit, but it still was a nostalgic experience. Um, and yeah, I can watch Beetlejuice Part One anytime. It's so perfect, and I think the director, if I'm not wrong, this is the first time he's done a sequel, and I can understand why he must have done it. I mean, of course, everybody wants to make money, but maybe a part of him wanted to recreate that as well, to have a reunion of some sort. So, So yeah, if you watch this film and you know whatever your experience was, feel free to share it. Uh, I what I was uh, like kind of impressed was that because it was edited well, you did not feel the time going by. So that shows that even though it's not a great film, it's still watchable. It is a watchable film. It's not a bad movie, but it's not up to the mark, and yeah, it's not something that I would pay to watch in the cinema. I'm sure it will be on Netflix probably soon, and yeah, it's that kind of film that you would watch on DVD or streaming. Um, and most films nowadays are like that. They are made in a way that they are designed for the streaming world, and because people are so used to the binging, they don't even think much. They just want content, and that's the problem, that the quality of uh, films and television, it's going down. 10% stuff is really good, but 90% of the stuff that is made nowadays, it's just rubbish. So yeah, um, yeah, it's been a while since I have watched films back to back. Last year I watched like 600 films, uh, like within a year it was like around 600 films. And then I don't know, I got exhausted obviously, and I just slowed down. And yeah, but there are some movies that you just can't ignore. Uh, Now I will watch Joker 2 next when it is released online. Um, but yeah, just thought I should make another video, and let me know what you think. Um, if you enjoyed the Beetlejuice Part 1 and you haven't seen it, then you will probably enjoy it, but keep your expectations low, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, it's it's PG-13, um, but yeah, but I'm interested in knowing if the people, the teenagers, if they watched it, what they must have felt about it. uh, I feel that uh, it's good to give the kids nowadays this uh, reminder of what actual cinema is. If they watch a sequel and it really is disappointing, they can always go back and watch the original. I mean, um, so yeah, 2.5 stars for me. Uh, it's uh, it's uh, it's a forgettable film, but still watchable. Um, do give it a try, and yeah, take care. Bye bye.